have known how deep sexuality can go and how it can affect you from a young age.
That heart stops. That specific area is not moving, and it will affect every area.
Hello beloved family, and welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time to see my face, my name is Thandi. Welcome back to the inspirational corner on the Thandi We Love channel. Wow, am I excited to be sitting back here again, having a special guest for you guys. I'm so excited to be able to bring this person on the inspirational corner to share with you a very, very impactful and quite controversial topic today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Touch of Hearts. Wow, it is such an honor to have you here today. We are so privileged, honestly. Guys, if I can tell you, this lady, she's so impactful, she's inspiring, and she's so uplifting. And I personally have gained something from this woman, and I just had to have her on the show. I just had to grab her and bring her on the show so you guys can get a taste from her. It is such a blessing to have you here today. Thank you for taking out of your time to join us. You're so welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so please just introduce yourself to our viewers. Who is Touch of Hearts?
Well, Touch Hearts is quite deep. Deep like the owner. It is it covers quite a very wide area. The hearts of everyone is weak, is in need, psychologically, physically, socially, and in all other aspects of life.
Wow.
And Touch Hearts, my name is Maggie from Kenya.
Wow.
And I go around all over countries, touching the hearts of people. I'm not young. I'm not going to 58 years.
Can you even tell? Can you guys even tell?
I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother of 2 daughters, a mother of a son and a daughter. Having started this Touch Hearts is after 2 experiences of lives of people, and it helps me to come up with touching the hearts of people, because the heart of a person is like an engine in the body. If you're able to touch the hearts of people,
yes,
you keep them moving. If the heart stops today, you are no more. So I decided to just specifically touch the hearts of everyone who is in need, doesn't know where you are. So that is how I started the Touch Hearts.
That's amazing.
I do it in the life of the teenaging,
Yes.
having raised teenagers.
Yes.
I touch it in the hearts of women, having been a woman.
Yes.
Most of women's heads have been afflicted. Others are okay, but they are not motivated to which direction they should go. I also touch the hearts of spiritual. A person is made up of 3 hearts. The first heart is the one that you are given by God, the physical hearts,
Yes.
that the doctors work on.
Yes.
The other heart is the heart of mind. How does your mind relate with your heart? The mind has a head, and the other head is about the heart of spiritual. There's some people who lack that one of spiritual, but we don't feel it. Those spiritual word is wide. It's not about Christians.
Yes.
You do have Jews, we do have Muslims.
Yes.
It's just about relationship between you and God. So it's not about a specific kind of say we are Christians, we are what?
Yes.
It's about your heart as related spiritually to God. There is also another heart people don't understand. It's about the heart of you and the culture, the heart of you and the society. So these hearts are afflicted in very different ways.
Yes.
And therefore people react in very different ways. So when I talk to people, I'll tell you the heart that is affected is the heart of the social, your way you socialize with people, the way you achieve people, the way you judge people, the way you judge life. If it's about the spiritual life, I will know your heart is of the spiritual is affected. Your relationship with God. When you lose the spiritual life, the spiritual being, everything has a being. We have the physical being, we have the social being, we have the cultural being, and we do have the psychological being. Many people say, when you walk, you can walk alive, but you're not living. That means one heart of a certain issue is affected. It is either the social heart, it's either the physical head, it is either the psychological head, or it is either a heart of the cultural. So that heart stops. That specific area is not moving, and it will affect every area, any other area.
Yes. And you know, when you're speaking about the heart in these different aspects, I'm reminded of the scripture in the Bible that says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
Amen.
How true. And you know, I'm so excited because, you know, we're going into a very, very controversial topic, a very deep and controversial topic. We're going to be talking about how does sexuality affect you in your everyday life, and we targeting specifically the young people, because Touch Hearts specializes with young people. So please share with us, how does a young person's sexuality affect them in their everyday life? Let's delve into that topic.
Wow. Sex and sexual life are stages in life.
Yes.
Starting from the time you are born to the time you are 100 years. We call them psychological stages of development.
Yes.
So sex actually is well developed between 3 years to 5 years. And most likely it develops during toileting. So when you're very strict on the child of 3 months,
Yes.
Of 3 years, sorry.
Yes.
When you become strict during toileting period, the child will develop a certain personality we call obsessive personality. And that obsessive personality affects the sexual life of the child. If you are very rigid and very strict,
Yes.
the child becomes selfish in everything. Sexual life, social life, physical life, and psychological. They are stingy. They can't come up with anything to tell anyone. And even in sexual life, they become very obsessive in relationships. So when this child has developed an obsessive personality, become possessive in relationships, those are some of these children, when they are affected a bit, they can commit suicide. You ask, how do people end up committing suicide in relationship? It's because of that stage of toileting.
Sure, that is something.
So that stage when you are training the child, you are supposed to be fair. Don't beat the child because the child is messing up. Many times because of our modern lives. It's normally said that, very funny, that children who are brought up in villages have a very beautiful sexual life than children who are brought up in towns.
Sure.
Because these children, most likely, the parents are very strict, in everything, the carpets, the cleanliness. But this child in the village, you will caca anywhere. She can toilet anywhere. You can even go singing, toileting. And nobody would bother, only the dogs that is behind eating the caca. But in the village, in town, the child is even scared whether I'll caca, whether I will urinate. Because I don't know whether I'll affect the carpet or the bed. So when you say that my husband is obsessive with me, ask the mother what was going on when he was 3 years.
Obsession.
Is their bringing and the caretaking. Maybe this child is in the hands of a house girl.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to be busy cleaning the cacas and changing. I thank God nowadays there is this modern life of diapers. Because during our time, I imagine 1965 when I was born, it was napkins. Who wanted to clean napkins? And especially like now when it's cold season.
To wash napkins.
Then also think of your house girl cleaning those caca, and the caca doesn't belong to this child. She'll put all the anger on this child. So the toilet discipline is very, very important between 3 years to 5 years. Because that is where you make a man or a woman in the sexual life.
This was by far, I'm sorry to cut you, this was by far what I was thinking in my mind. Honestly, when we discussed this topic off camera, I didn't think this far back, to think that you can actually, a child can actually be affected sexually from a young age, from potty training. Wow, this is something. So now tell us, how do you help these young people? I mean, now that we establish, let's say you do establish that, okay, this young teenager has a problem that's going back. How do you help them, or where do you start? How do you start by helping them?
These things can be tackled, like I say, over the 3 hearts. Because this is a heart of a certain issue that is affected.
Yes.
The ego has been threatened here. And the ego is on the psychological side.
Yes.
The obsessive personality that comes with an obsessive behavior. Okay, this child is also affected in all other areas of life. That's when you say that even in spiritual, you say this person is very born again but very stingy.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter whether you became whatever you become in the spiritual life, but as long as that area is affected, you need you may need a therapist. That is counseling in a psychologist. Spiritual life is also very important.
Yes, yes.
Because there's a lot of comfort.
Yes.
And knowledge.
Yes.
When you go grouping up these children.
Yes.
Like when we do counseling in school to school. That when you are able to do counseling with your children, be free with your children. So that where you didn't cover up, you're able to cover it. The worst thing comes when the child develops that problem at 3 years because of strictness, and develop that character, that personality, obsessive. Then at the same time, in teenaging as a parent, you're not able also to handle it. Then you make it worse. Because now it becomes worse again as it comes to another stage we call stage identity stage. That is 7 years. When the child is not allowed to socialize. That is the time when the child leaves the house from maybe at 8 a.m. like he's going to office to work. Will be coming in the evening. If it is in a village, he looks like soil. You can't even know the eyesight. And they say that it works very well in villages, that stage again, because the child is given time to go where he wants to, play, tear up shoes and everything. But when you look at the town life, you see the child is closed in and can't even touch that soil. There is those modern things that the modern parents are buying today. Age of 15 is where they are developing their boobs, they are blessed, they start realizing they are beautiful. That is when, very, very dangerous, when you talk of that, is where we meet relationship of children doing it within house. A cousin to cousin in sexual life. an uncle is taking advantage, a sister to a brother, because it's natural. So how does spiritual come in here? The spiritual heart. When the children go to the church, there is that what we call the Sunday school, the teenaging programs. In fact, this is where again boys started masturbating, because for them to cover up the pubic stage and what they are feeling different in them, they are more in pornography. Because you can't go far before Papa asks, where were you? And this is the stage you need to give children a freedom with supervision. Don't be too strict again. Now, if we normally start saying children are abused sexually. The abuse of the sex did not start from out. It came from the house.
From within.
And it's nowhere the spiritual life covers the psychological life. Even if you're a pastor, even if you're a Muslim, it doesn't matter. You have to know this thing is physical and psychological. It may not even understand the Bible. And don't forget that at that age, the child doesn't really know who is God. Because from 1 month to around 15 years, the children know family is God's, daddy is Mimi. For you to really understand God, can you tell me when you came to understand who is God?
I can't even, wow, how old was I?
So when these stages affect now, when they go to the middle age, the middle age, we call it the adult age and the middle age, this child is like a skeleton walking. So how does the spiritual help? It will only help the relationship of God, but it did not help the psychological. Remember, the body is growing naturally. Modern life is killing our children. They all say we got culture. Africa is busy talking about culture, but they are talking the culture of the modern.
Modern culture.
Yes. So the child needs to be covered wholly in all hearts. The social heart and the culture and the norms. There's nowhere culture and norms killed Christianity. No. They are part of, even Jesus had a culture. Even Jesus had a family with the culture. But now the modern Christians are busy saying we are of the culture of Christianity. What about the culture of Africa? Every country, if you go to America, we have the Red Indians. The rest are people who have migrated. But the Red Indians, they have their culture of the Americans. If you go to Britain, you've seen the Britain culture. You don't even need to, even their furniture. If you go to Africa, we got a culture. So if you go to Germany, they got their culture. But the people who really forgetting culture are the Africans, because we tend to imitate the culture of the international and think it is modern. It's not modern, that's their culture. And you are putting it here. So you need to make the child keep on visiting the grandma, the grandfather. You need to make them visit the villages. When the schools are closed, if you want to make it easier for your child in sexual life, release your child, give your child a break to visit other children in the villages. They will come with a lot of knowledge you cannot tell them.
Sure. Guys, I don't know about you watching there at home, but I've been so empowered. I've learned something so valuable today. And I really hope that you watching there at home, if you're a young person watching there at home, I really hope that you will share this video, this knowledge with your parents or somebody who's your guardian. It's important for them to watch this video with you. And if you're a guardian and you have a teenager, you have a young, it really doesn't matter how old your child is. This knowledge is so valuable. This knowledge is so valuable, and it's important that everyone from any age listens to this knowledge that we've received here on the family, on the Thandi We Love family. We are so privileged and blessed beyond words. Who actually would have known how deep sexuality can go and how it can affect you from a young age, even as a young adult, even as an adult, how it can affect you. You can be a 50-year-old man, and if that aspect of your life is not corrected, if it's not corrected psychologically, spiritually, mentally, physically, you're doomed. That's really what it is. And I just, wow, time to share such knowledge with us, and I believe that we'll have you on the channel again. This is not the last time, because we need to get more from this lady. We need to really get more from her. Thank you very, very much. And it's just any last words maybe that you would like to just share with our viewers watching at home?
If you felt that we touched your heart, we thank you. Still, we are open to touch it more and more.
Yes.
Just presenting us areas of the heart that is affected. If it is the social heart, we are there. If it's the physical heart, we are there.
Wow.
If it is the psychological heart, you see us. And if it's the spiritual, we're going to make it perfect.
Yes.
We love you, and let your heart keep on pumping.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow. And of course, I will not leave you hanging just like that. I will make sure that I put you in contact with Touch Hearts. I will leave all of their contact details on the screen, social media as well on the screen, or down in the description bar down below. And remember to do the needful thing. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. Leave us a nice comment down below. And of course, I will catch you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. Take care, guys. God bless and bye-bye.
Hearts, let your hearts keep on pumping.